Men, what is the most insanely impossible thing that you've done or you want to do? And you either think that you can't do it anymore or you don't know if you can do it. Hi, I'm Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. This is my channel where I empower men to be the best versions of themselves yet. So, for me, what was this? Well, it's been a couple of things. The first thing was skydiving, jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. And yes, it was a perfectly good airplane. And why did I decide to do it? I was curious, but I was also pushing new limits. I had not done something like this before, and I was really curious about doing it. How long ago did I do it? Yeah, it was a good 14, 15 years ago. Would I do it again? Most certainly. Would I do it again with somebody else? Yep, I probably would do that too. Now, why would you ask that I would use this as an example? Well, I want you getting to know yourself, and I want you to think about what it is that really, really gets you going when you start thinking about pushing your limits. The next thing that I could think of, which is an example of who and how I became, was becoming a better man for my daughter. And not only that, it was becoming the father that I really wanted for her to have in her life. The big lesson was from a friend of mine of whom I got to see, and this was a wonderful gift, of how she reacted with her dad and how she was, at times when he wasn't available to her, how it was still a real big piece of her trauma and how she was learning to mend this with him. And then I got to see this for myself because I had put distance, time, and, well, not a lot of quality time in there at that time with my daughter. And what I ended up doing was moving, doing the right thing as a dad, moving closer to my daughter so that I could be with her more often than I could not. And what that did was it made for a beautiful relationship between my daughter and I. And we're two peas in a pod. I mean, I did spend X amount of dollars doing that, and I went into quite a bit of debt doing it. But here's the thing. Your daughter and you can repair the debt. You can repair the money situation, which is always temporary. But it is so much harder for you to repair a relationship after having gone so many years long. It's not impossible, but it is more difficult. And I also made the choice that I wanted to be a part of my daughter's life. I mean, I did not. I just wanted to do it better. And some of you might be thinking out there, well, Jesse, I've got to get my head right too. And that's okay. You also have a responsibility in this world to another person or another few persons, many peoples, many versions of you. And they rely on you for survival. And when you're present with them and you spend that quality time with them, they become even much more unbelievable to live their own lives. They become wonderful people. And I don't mean unbelievable as in that you can't believe them. I mean it in the sense that they become wonderful people because of your presence, your time, quality time with them. And they're more apt to survive in this world that we've come amongst as far as society goes. There's so many things that will deter our kids from the good things that we provide as men, the good things that we provide to them in order for them to be able to have something for which to grow into their adulthood. They learn all that in their childhood through our own actions. They're so malleable. They're so valuable. And they're so wondrous. So for me, it was making the choice to be even more of an impact in my daughter's life and to take even more time within her life. And yes, I did take my own time, and yes, I did I did heal throughout that process. And much of it I had to heal on my own. I also wanted to be closer to my daughter so that I could have that energy to work with, not the distance, and not feeling like I had abandoned her, and not feeling like I had left her lonely. Feeling like I was there, I was doing something, even if she was with her other mummy, her other parent. But I could still be there in a way where the energy that I put out into the world for her was that of a protective father-like figure. Now, I want to tell you that I get to see my daughter and my bonus daughter, so our daughters, 50% of the time. And that is okay. What was interesting for me was not having the ability to be closer to my daughter for the convenience of being able to pick her up and take her to school, or to take her to something down the road. And I wanted to be more of that. So this is neither a conversation about what I can and can't do. What I'm asking, though, through this story that I'm giving you is, what is the impossible thing that you never thought possible? Or what is the impossible thing, the impossible goal that you knew that you needed to see through? Yet, when you started out with it, it didn't seem like it was something that you could do. What does that mean to you? Now, having said that, having gone through all of that, I've learned many things, and I've actually been able to help many dads through their own processes to be with their kids, their relationships with their kids. And I want to be able to help you through that too, my man. And the best way that I can do that is for you to let me know that that's what you need. So going to thevaliantlifestyle.com and booking your 30-minute discovery call with me, and then we get to do that. It's free. It's a 30-minute call. And maybe you just want somebody to chat with to see if we're a good fit. Let's see if we're a good fit first. And on that note, I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let's do this.